Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. If you've been paying attention to the NFL buzz over the past few weeks, you know that the offseason has been anything but quiet. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade involving Lamar Jackson, and the Washington Commanders are at the heart of this storm. Reports suggest that the Commanders are eyeing Jackson, the dynamic dual-threat quarterback from the Baltimore Ravens, in what could be one of the biggest moves of the offseason. The NFL world is speculating that Jackson could be on his way out of Baltimore, and Washington might be the team to benefit the most from this shakeup. This isn't just idle chatter. There's real substance behind these rumors, and fans of the Commanders should be excited about what could be a game-changing upgrade at quarterback. Lamar Jackson, who's just 28 years old, is widely regarded as one of the most electrifying players in the league. The man is a true dual threat, capable of hurting defenses both through the air and on the ground. In 2025, he played 12 games, throwing for over 300 yards with 18 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and a stellar passer rating of 101.4. To add to that, Jackson rushed for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns, showing once again why he's considered one of the most dangerous quarterbacks to defend in the league. His career stats speak volumes: over 15,000 passing yards, 143 touchdowns, 2 MVP awards, and a unique ability to elevate his team in big moments. Metrics from PFF also highlight his greatness, with an 85.2 passing grade and a 91 rushing grade, plus EPA per play of 0. 18 in yards after catch, YAC, of 1.2 his 7.8 yards per attempt, and a red zone rating of 95. 3 make him a true offensive weapon. Of course, Jackson's health has been solid recently, with no major injuries in 2025, although he did suffer a shoulder strain in Week 10 that caused him to miss 2 games. Still, his overall durability and elite play make him a prime target for teams looking to elevate their offense. When you compare him to other top-tier quarterbacks, Jackson's overall PFF grade of 88.7 ranks him among the top 3 signal callers in the league. His ability to make plays both in and out of the pocket is unmatched, and that's exactly what the Commanders need to take that next step forward. Now, let's talk about the Ravens' perspective for a moment. After finishing 8-9 in 2025, Baltimore finds itself at a crossroads. The team's defense gave up an average of 24 points per game, and with a cap hit of $43. $5 million for Jackson in 2025 and $40. $2 million in dead money for 2026, Baltimore's management is probably weighing options. The Ravens are in rebuild mode after a relatively disappointing season, and their focus seems to be shifting toward bolstering the offensive line, which scored a PFF grade of just 68.4, and extending key players like tight end Mark Andrews. Trading Jackson could free up around $30 million in cap space, which could be reinvested into the roster, particularly on the offensive front. With only a year left on Jackson's deal and Baltimore's apparent openness to a rebuild, the trade could be a logical move that benefits both sides. But why would Washington be interested? Well, after a roller coaster 2024 season where they reached the NFC Championship game, the Commanders took a significant step back in 2025, finishing with a Fort-12 record. Injuries played a crucial role, with over 30 players on injured reserve, and their offense struggled to find consistency, scoring just 28 points per game. The team's quarterback situation has been less than ideal, and offensive coordinator Brian Daniels' EPA per pass of -0.8 shows there's room for improvement. What the Commanders need is a spark, a game-changer who can elevate the entire offense, and Lamar Jackson fits that description perfectly. Adding Jackson would instantly boost the team's offensive EPA per pass by an estimated 25%, a significant jump that could transform their entire attack. His mobility would open up new lanes for playmakers like Terry McLaurin, who could see his yards increase from around 1-0 in 2025 to potentially 400 with Jackson under center. The running game would also get a boost, especially with a back like Austin Eckler, who averaged 4 5 yards per carry in 2025. The offensive line, which scored a modest 68. 4 and PFF grades would benefit from Jackson's ability to extend plays and avoid sacks. His quick release and decision-making could cut sacks from 50 to around 35, and his YAC, yards after catch, would see a significant increase, jumping from 1-0 to 500 yards, leading to more explosive plays. The red zone efficiency would skyrocket, with an EPA per red zone play of 0.22, creating mismatches and forcing defenses to adjust their schemes. The overall PFF grade of the offense could rise from 72.3 to nearly 89.0, making the Commanders a much more dangerous team inside the 20-yard line. The team's defense, which was already decent with a PFF grade of 78.9, could benefit from having a more sustained offensive presence, allowing them to rest more and improve their overall performance. Injuries are always a concern, but with a solid depth chart, Washington could manage Jackson's workload effectively, keeping him fresh for the critical moments of the season. Looking ahead, this trade could be the catalyst for the Commanders to become true contenders in the NFC. Jackson's playoff experience and ability to perform under pressure, over 500 yards in postseason play, make him an ideal leader for a team aiming for Super Bowl glory. The current odds reflect this potential, jumping from +20 to +4-0 if Jackson joins Washington, signaling the league's recognition of the massive upside this move could bring. His presence would likely boost the team's win probability by around 22%, especially against divisional rivals like the Eagles, who have been the team to beat in recent years. The possibility of Lamar Jackson leading Washington into the postseason, and perhaps beyond, has fans dreaming of a new era. With a projected total of around 15 touchdowns in the upcoming season, reminiscent of his MVP run in 2019 when he scored 36 touchdowns, the Commanders could be on the verge of a significant offensive renaissance. The defense would tighten up, allowing fewer points per game, and the team's overall chemistry and confidence would skyrocket. It's a bold move, no doubt, but one that could position Washington as a legitimate Super Bowl contender by 2026. In the grand scheme of things, this trade would be a major pivot for the Commanders, shifting them from a team that's been stuck in mediocrity to a serious playoff contender with a legitimate shot at the Lombardi Trophy. Lamar Jackson's arrival would symbolize a new era, an era of mobility, explosiveness, and high-level athleticism that Washington fans have been craving for years. It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off handsomely with a Super Bowl appearance within just a couple of seasons. The NFC East is about to get even more interesting, and if this move happens, the Commanders will be at the forefront of that revolution. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.